chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57. We are underway now in the NFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 25-yard line.
Green 18. Jeff. Cali. Strong left, Cali. Green 18.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gains. With still 10 to go on third down.
Blue 58.
54 Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Hey, take 26. Green 18.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. I love that play because in the snow you think run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Green 18.
It's going to be a long...
Green 18.
On second down now, it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Green 18.
Watch 54. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Green 18.
Now it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Blue 58. Over. Green 18.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Powers through him. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Tight end right.
We got three down.
Hey, check 24. Watch.
It's a tight end carry. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Albert O taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers have struck first in this NFC title game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Packers 7, Barons nothing. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Okay, break. I got him.
Panther Street. Panther Street.
25, check 25, check 25.
Deuce. Check. Hurt.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Panther 60. Panther
No
60.
gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
Cowboy
Brings
80.
up second and 10.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Mike 7.
Check.
Hey, let's get this.
Get up.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
19 Tiger. Ready.
On play action, now Brady. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
52. 7 Pirates. Say, hey.
Motion. Mike 7.
Ready, go.
To throw, it's Brady. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
On the jump.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hawk 70.
Here I come.
Mustang 19.
Mike 7. Here we go.
Riggs.
Here we go. 7's a Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Go.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Rowe. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Cup 19.
7's a Mike.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. It's Rowe. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He finds his man, complete. It's Rowe. And a loose football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
4 down, 4 down. Ready.
A handoff to Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
59's Mike, 59's Mike.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Now Brady. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Check smash.
Switch.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
60 Bison, ready, go.
Fournette running out of the gun. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 3rd and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game.
7's a Mike, Mike 7.
Go.
Play action, now it's Brady. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Check go.
Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Barons are an extra point away from drawing level. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 14, Mike.
Flip again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. And they turn the pick six into a pick eight with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
So we'll see if they can do it here. Derrick Henry trucks over him. And he's tackled a yard. Good gain of 9 on first down.
brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Reminders we've done all year. We'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Khalif Raymond there to make the grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Seven's a Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight
Cougar 19.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, Smash.
Motion.
79 Broncos. Nose, nose. Roll, roll, roll.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Take 30. All right, mate. Let's begin it.
Now Rodgers. That's complete. Okuebunam. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Hey, 88.
From the 27, Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Henry's got it out on the left side. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 36.
Go, mate.
Check. Slam.
Rodgers again now. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Albert Okuebunam as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here this NFC Championship game. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Yeah, Liz.
Rodgers will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. So after the INT, it's Brady. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Nothing's ever simple about scoring on defense, but everything came together on that play. A terrific read, an interception, and they took it to the house.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Our two squads making their final adjustments prior to the second half kick. Which team will be the one standing as NFC champions at the end? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half as they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Now a play fake. Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 82 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl. Back-to-back good play. The move on 1st down.
Go to 50. Hey, 319.
Now it's Henry. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Derrick Henry, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And we're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Panther 11. Mike 7. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Seven's a Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 7. 19 Lions. Ready.
Brady gonna throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 27 on the play. First
60
down,
Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 7's a Mike. Mike 7. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Mike 7. Mike 7 Pirate. 7 Pirate.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 35. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Mariners 14. O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 2nd down and 4, Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
He's got the first down here inside the 30, and he takes it all the way down to the 22.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
He finds his man, complete. That's Rowe. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up! Mike 7. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball. 7's a Mike. Hut, hut. I'm coming after you.
He finds his man complete. That's Rowe. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 7. You. Ready. Hawk 7.
A quick throw by Brady complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Panther 60. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Check. Mike 7. Mike 7.
Now Brady. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Check 24. Mike 7. 6 man. Go, Rig. Go. Ready.
Now Brady got to have this one. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Barons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now, that George Halas trophy nearly theirs. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. That escapes the sack. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
And Brooklyn first down.
Mike 7. 18, Pioneer. You run. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. I got him. Check go.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their backs really against the wall now, and we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And now here is another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Whoa! It still won't go down. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
One final try now for Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's Rowe. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.